Good morning, everybody. Oh my goodness, look at all the folks here in the chat. Oh my gosh, it's great to see you guys today. Hi, I'm Becky from Power Tools with Thread, and you are in our Stitchuation room, which is a Monday through Friday virtual quilt retreat, and I am on the road. So I am in my motorhome today. I am in Lafayette, Louisiana, and I'm getting ready to go to All Brands in Lafayette, and I'm going to be teaching there at All Brands University. So I'm very excited about that. I hope to see a lot of you there. I know a lot of folks that watch me have signed up. So one of them's with me right here. That's Miss Bonnie. She's in the motorhome right next to me. So yeah, we did the three, I guess it was about a 3-hour drive yesterday from Mont Bellevue here to Lafayette. So we're in the KOA, and it's really nice, and we're enjoying our stay very much. Y'all, KOAs have come a long way. I remember when they weren't anything to really speak of, but now I pretty much schedule them wherever we're going to go if I can find one nearby. So what will I be teaching at All Brands? So Denise, we're going to be doing my class. Now there's going to be a lot of other teachers there, but my class, we're going to be working on the PR1X, which is a free arm. It's a free arm embroidery machine, but it has, it's a single needle. It's got like, I don't know, 4 or 6 spools on the top. I can't remember, but it has just the single needle. So we'll be doing some embroidery on that. And then in the afternoon, I'm teaching something on the Stellaire. I can't say what. I don't know if it's supposed to be a secret or a surprise or what, but you just bought one, only one. What did you buy? You bought a PR1X, only one Staley? Yeah, is that what you got? I think you're going to enjoy that machine. The beauty of that machine, the KOAs were usually between a railroad track and a freeway. Has it changed much? Well, you know, I would say on this one, I can hear a train and we're right off the highway. So probably not, but very, very easy to get to. Yes. Okay. So the PR1X is really nice because while it's a single needle embroidery machine, you've got that free arm, and that's so great because then you can embroider on sleeves or, you know, on tote bags or on a tennis shoe or any of those weird things that you traded up from your, okay, good. So anyway, it's nice if you're going to be doing those kinds of weird, those kinds of things. So I saw today was a ski day somewhere in the country. My goodness, y'all. Woo, cold. No, thank you. It's nice yesterday. We were sitting outside just enjoying the weather. Say hello to your daughter, Trisha, and granddaughter, Tana. They live in Lafayette. Your little Cajuns. Well, if I run into them, Patty, I will. You used the PR1X to quilt with clear blue tiles yesterday. There you go. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so I think the largest hoop on that machine is like an 8x12, right? So that's pretty cool. All righty. So today I was going to do a little stitching on my the little red combs and whatnot. You have a persona that you love. Oh, good, Franny. Yeah, let me turn on my iron. I brought my little, let me see here. See, I brought my little Cricut mini iron. This is by Cricut. I love it. So it's great for travel. And so I'm sitting at the table in the motorhome, and then right beside me here, I just have, there's the other chair, and I've got a Steady Betty on it. That's my ironing surface and my little Cricut. So make do, right? That's what we do. We're going to make it work. I'm going to make my space work for me. So yesterday I was, oh, there's the love of my life. Hi, handsome.
Good morning, FOB.
FOBs, friends of Becky. Yesterday, I put marks on these little squares. And today, I'm going to be putting together the little combs. See how those go on those red squares? We got lots of good morning, Keith, and hello, Keith.
Good morning. Good morning.
So that's the plan this morning. I don't know how much I'm going to get, done, but I'm going to just plug at it and do what I can. I've got to get my machine threaded yet. I'm stitching on the Brother NQ 3700D, and I'll show you guys this. You're on my iPad right now. So there she is. There's Gypsy. That's my iPad. I mean, my travel machine. She's about 18 pounds. Works great. You want to show them all your work in your? Not yet. Okay.
No work.
You got work to do. Okay. Let's see if he slams the door. He used to do that all the time till I got on him about it. Yeah, slamming that door. That's my husband. All righty. So got my pattern over here. I just need to double check. I wanted to look yesterday. Do all the chickens go the same way? They do not. So some chickens are going to have their combs going one way, and some of them are going to have them going the other way. All right. So take a look here. Block 1 and block 2. See that? Some are going to the right and some are going to the left. Oh, I'll tell them you said that, Cheryl. Thank you so much for that. That was a nice bang. No biggie. I know. That's my life, you guys. It's just how it is. So I have 8. There's a total of 16 chickens in my pattern. Now, the door can't get any felt. That wouldn't make a difference. It's a heavy door. It just slams. So great to see you guys popping in. Yeah, it's good to see y'all. Good morning, Becky and Tina, Susan, Barbara, Scotty Dog. All the regulars are here. So it looks like I've got 8 of these and 8 of these. So I've got to do 8 combs going that way and 8 combs going this way. Hi. Yeah. My goodness. Hi, Jeannie. We're all friends here. And if you're brand new, don't feel like you don't know anybody and you don't want to say anything, because these people could walk right by each other at the Houston Quilt Festival and they wouldn't know that that was the person they were talking to online in the morning. Matter of fact, Bonnie told me yesterday. So she reached out to Candace Park, who's in here quite a bit, and Neanda Board, who's in here quite a bit. And we're planning when I get done in Bossier City, Louisiana, we're going to do a stop at a quilt store in Conroe, Texas. So that's all getting set up. But come to find out, Bonnie and Candace actually worked close to one another for years and years and years. Isn't that crazy? So, hi, Jan. Thanks for popping in. You've got a real hankering for monkey bread. JD does. Oh, on Fridays. Yeah, Scotty Dog brings monkey bread on Fridays. You haven't wandered over to the kitchen yet? Y'all, we have a virtual kitchen. Okay. Make yourselves at home. Wander over there. It's on the other side of the room. There's usually monkey bread on Fridays. And see, I need 24 of these. And y'all just mosey over there. There's coffee and juice and everything we normally have at a quilt retreat if you've never been to one. It is a small world, Vicki. I know. It's great. So I'm going to count out. I need 3 per chicken. And then this is for the combs. I need 3 per chicken and then 8 chickens. So 24. So I need to count and not get it wrong. So I'm just going to take 2 and put them in a stack. Because if I try to do any more than that, I won't be able to count and keep track at the same time. Right? So I just need 12 little sets of 2 so I can make my combs. Calorie free. That's right, Brenda. It certainly is. Calorie and fat free. Y'all, it's just for fun. There's no other website you need to go to. But that's what we do at retreats. Somebody usually is in the kitchen early in the morning, stirring around, getting coffee started, doing something. Let me see here. I needed a total of 48 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's half of them. I would love to get all of them done. Y'all are so sweet. So, see, you guys are talking about where you're from and come to find out you're neighbors with each other. Yeah, of course the food's virtual. What a mess that would be, right? I have hard enough time keeping my iron on, let alone managing food. But you guys are awesome. We have people who work in the kitchen. We have people who are part of the welcoming committee. So if you're brand new, let us know, and then you'll get a big warm hello and a hug. We do that here just to make everybody feel inclusive. And the whole point of this is to get you guys stirring around in your sewing rooms, okay? So that you're putting things away or stitching something. Set a timer for 20 minutes and just stitch for 20 minutes. That's all you got to do. Nothing big, right? Just any forward motion is good motion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I need 4 more of these, and I think that's what I got here. 3, 4. Yes. All right. So there are my 24 that I need to make going all one direction. Did I do that right? 3 per bird times 8 birds. Yes, 24. Okay. Check my math. Oh, hi, Annabelle from Bastrop. I had wanted to go through to head home that way, making our way down through College Station, heading to Bastrop and on down to. Did anyone make some blueberry muffins? Ooh, nice. You got rain, Diane? That's good. Rain's a good thing. To a point, right? All right. You bought a featherweight just for the RV, Wanda? That's great. I have a featherweight, but she's at home. What am I going to do with this? I'm just going to set this down out of the way. All right. Now I've got to get my sewing machine threaded. I've got my little spool stand right here. Pull this up. There we go. I'm going to get this. Y'all, I'm all discombobulated. What's the name of the quilt store in Conroe? One of you Conroe gals, let them know. I can't remember. Bonnie was saying it the other day, and I cannot remember what she said. Oh. So I've got my sewing machine out on the sewing mat. I'm going to put this right here. See that? That's a Yazzie sewing mat. Y'all, I've got Yazzie stuff everywhere. But I love this because this, I got to show you guys. I was just sick. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. There's a big scratch right there on that black. So upset about that. I didn't do it. We had guests and my table got seriously scratched and I was not happy. What are you going to do? Maybe there's a rubbing compound or something. Quilter's Corner. Okay, Wanda knew what it was. So that's why I keep my sewing machine on my mat so that I don't scratch my table. I don't like that. So Quilt Fest is next weekend in Hampton, Virginia. Awesome. You going to go? You're going to wander over there and see what they got? I love to see the vendors. All of that. What's going on here? I gotta get this threaded properly. All right, we have power. Yay! That's a good thing. I want to put you guys somewhere that you're not looking at the side of my machine and nothing but the side of my machine. Let me put you over here. This might work a little better. You can look at my messy kitchen. It's not too bad this morning. You're going to the Sew Expo in Puyallup, Washington. Awesome. Next weekend? Very good. Yeah, you guys need to Quilter's Quarters. Okay. Thank you, Candace. That's the one in Conroe. So yeah, you guys need to frequent those expos and all of that stuff. It helps to keep everybody in business. I heard that there's an embroidery shindig that happens every year. I'm not going to say which one it is because I don't think I'm at liberty to, but it's going out of business, and that's a shame. You know, it's just hard to get people to buy the tickets and get vendors to get the booths because it's so expensive. You know, when these vendors get the booths, they have to um, when the vendors get the booths, then they have to have enough sales to make the cost of the booth worthwhile. So it's all part of the oh good, Heather, you got a couple of Yazzie bags. Good for you. You're gonna love them. Yeah, it's all part of the industry, you guys. You know, these vendors put booths out and then they need to make some money to be able to pay for the booth and the fuel to get there, which is crazy expensive, especially when you're hauling a trailer and all that. Yeah. You'll just so this coffee is so good, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'm really surprised. So I generally make my own pods. I don't like to throw the plastic in the landfill of the K cups to make these because I've got a Keurig in here too. I don't make a whole pot because it's either too much or not enough, and then I'll let it scorch. And so it's just kind of a waste of coffee to me to make a pot. So I do like the individual to make my own, and I usually make my own with the refillable ones, and I get the little filters and little scoop and all of that stuff. So but when I travel, I do use the little plastic K cups just for simplicity. I don't want to get anyway. So there's a grocery store chain in Texas called HEB, and it's literally H and an E and a B, HEB. So it stands for Howard Edward Butt. And Howard Butt started an HEB in Kerrville, Texas, like in 1908 or something like that. And now it's like number 11 in the nation for grocery chains. Anyway, they have a very bottom line, low priced line of stuff called Hill Country Fare. Well, their Hill Country Fare breakfast blend little K-cup pods are fantastic. We all love our HEB, don't we, Brenda? Oh my God. Nan's like, love HEB. Y'all, they have a really, really high end called Central Market. And that's we call it the Gucci Bee in San Antonio because it's really, very foo-foo, very high end stuff. And then you've got Hill Country Fare, which is, your mid-grade. And then HEB has HEB brand. That's a mid-grade stuff. Hill Country Fare is lower priced. But, I buy a lot of Hill Country Fare stuff. And like their saltines are exactly like Keebler. Exactly. They taste exactly. They look the same. Yeah. Oh, here's all the Texans. Love our HEB. Yeah. They're great. They put one in my little town and that changed everything. And it's only been open maybe 5 or 6 years and they already remodeled it and made it bigger. Crazy. All right. Hello, Gypsy. Good morning. So I don't need to do the 1/4 inch seam on these machines. We had talked about this and y'all need to remind me. So on these Brother machines and Baby Lock, you can take your standard foot, let me lift this. The standard J foot, which has the little plastic in the middle, like this one. This is on Brother and Baby Lock machines, all right? Really? The HEB lightly salted Fritos? I need to try those. I love Fritos. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, HEB is a great company. Anyway, they opened up a whole new arsenal in San Antonio, y'all. They had one there off of 35 and rid them in for 100 years, literally. And they've opened another one that's off of Foster 35 over there. It's ginormous. Huge, huge, huge. So anyway, you can move your needle over to like 5.0 or 5.25 or something like that to the right, and you'll get a perfect 1/4 inch seam on the edge of this foot. So give some Fritos to Frito. Let me tell you what, Vicky, Frito don't need any Fritos. That dog, we got her. She only weighed 32 pounds. I bet you she's 40 now if she's an ounce, because that dog is getting a little broad across the beam. Too many treats. Yeah. So, got to watch her weight. Those dogs have a tendency to gain weight anyway. They love their chow hounds. But anyway, I don't need to, it's 5.5. Is that what you guys are telling me? I thought that was SS. It's 5.5. Okay. So on these machines, you can move your needle to the right until the stitch width is 5.5. And you will get a perfect 1/4 inch seam on the side of that foot. It's amazing. Let me show y'all. Oh, I wanted to show you this the other day too. I have a project bag from Creative Notions. They make these. And I'm lazy, so I ordered some. Okay. So we've got project bags from Creative Notions. This is all of the extra fabric that I have cut from my chicken's quilt. So I brought every piece of my scraps, my white, my nests, all of this, because what if I mess something up and I need to cut another piece? So when I travel, I always make sure to bring an extra bag with all my stuff in it. But let me show y'all. So I'll just get a couple of little scraps of something I have plenty of here. So I just bring all of these. Let me get these 2 pieces. 1, 2. Yeah. Do I have my ruler here? No. Let me get, I just shoved everything in my little travel bag. No, it couldn't hurt, Candace. Give it a shot. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. All right. I've got 2 rulers here. I'm going to show you all the difference of these. So this little ruler, this company is still in business. It's called pmquilting.com. PM Quilting. This is a 1/4 inch ruler. See the little hole? Okay. So you can put your needle down in that little hole and it'll give you your 1/4 inch exact. So there's my little ring light, so I'm not all dark to you guys. So let me go in here and I'm going to make my stitch width 5.5. Okay. And then of course I got my Creative Grids ruler right here. So my stitch width is 5.5 now. And I'm going to take these, put them together. We're going to give this a little test. Okay, test, right? There are those who test and those who wish they did. Deborah Jones says that. So I'm running the fabric exactly next to the very edge of that J foot. Let's see what we got. This, I found this out just a couple months ago, y'all. I was like, what? Okay, look at that. Y'all see that? Look at that. There's that. There it is. Yes, you're welcome, Donna. You are welcome. All right. Hold on. Let me get this ruler just right. Yep. Look at that, y'all. Let me hold it just right so y'all can see. The camera's over here on the edge of the iPad. Look at that. There it is. There's that 1/4 inch seam exactly. Okay. So if you have a brother or a baby lock machine and you can move that stitch width over to 5.5, that's it. You've got yourself, so you can just run your fabric right along the edge of your regular J foot. which is really nice. You got your show and tell? Okay. So my husband makes these seam rippers. Look at this, you guys. Wow. Look at all the work he did. Let me bring this up. Look at that. Aren't they gorgeous? I know a lot of you already have Keith rippers. Look at that. Beautiful, babe. So we're taking those with us today. You just tried it and it's perfect. See? Yay, you learned something. I actually have to make, I'll probably take a little, I'm getting lots of wows and awesome Keith. Those are little display cases he's got. So I'll actually take a little piece of tape and put it right on the machine because I forget, right? So I'll put it on a piece of that paper tape, or I like that white medical tape. That stuff works really good too because you can write on it with an ink pen and it doesn't go away. But I forget what it is. So yeah, 5.5. Perfect. 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 It's really nice not to have to guess. For years, I was always trying to guess. Let me get one of those seam rippers out. He was just, oh, where's this? I got another one right here. We don't have those in our store, you guys. We zeroed out the store because we're not home to ship anything. So when we get home, Tina says she wants a blue one. Oh, let me get this. So these are nice because it's got a seam ripper in one end and it has a stiletto in the other. Very, very nice. So, but for years, I was all trying to do it from center and figure whether the 1/4 inch was like on these little marks, which mark it was. Was it right on the edge of the inside of the foot? Was it right on that mark? I just couldn't do it. I couldn't figure it out and I couldn't get it right. So can you store it in the memory of your machine and then forget where to find it? Absolutely, Faber. You could do that for sure. I imagine I could. I know that I bet you could. I bet you could. Yeah, Keith was busy, wasn't he? Days he was out in the shed turning those things on the lathe and then polishing them up and getting them real pretty and everything. No two are alike. It's really nice. Yeah, Brenda says she loves hers too much because she uses it all the time. Let me put my foot down here and put this back. There we go. Now, I don't need that 1/4 inch seam right now because I marked all of my squares. Not all of them, most of them. In the settings, I can save it as the default needle position. Yeah, Candace is correct. Yeah. So, anyway, I need to turn the AC on. It's hot. Ooh, it's hot. I had the little heater on in here this morning. We have a little fireplace and you can turn, it's really just a little heater fan. I turned that on because it had to take the chill off. So, I want to get going on my little squares here. And because I'm yapping, I'm probably not going to get a whole lot done. So, but I'm going to get a little bit done. And that's all that matters, right? That we just get a little bit done. Hi, Cynthia. You're not late. You're fine. Glad you could join us. Now, so yesterday when I marked these, all right, so I put the ruler corner to corner, and then I drew the line, and then I made a little mark. And the little mark is the corner that's going to be cut off. Okay? And that's important to know which side you're going to cut off. So I'm going to make these now. Let me go back to, oops, dang it. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I got turned off, turned back on. I jumped into embroidery mode and didn't mean to. I love this little thing. So this thing is, it's a sewing and embroidery combo, NQ3700D. It does have Disney designs in it that I don't need. They make another one too that's not Disney. But if you are looking for a good travel machine, I highly recommend this. Weighs 18 pounds. And the embroidery feature is up to a 6x10. So that's very cool. All right. And it has a knee lift, but I didn't bring it with me. So I need to set my stitch there so that when I stop stitching, the presser foot will come up. That's what I want to do. All right. So let me get this on this machine. I probably need a leader and an ender. Probably do. Let me put my little 1/4 inch seam back under there and get that going. Let me get this going here. Okay. I'm going to show you guys real quick why this works. So I'm stitching on the line. All right. Your hubby's learning wood turning. He'll love it. Yeah. You know, and just like anything, it's expensive. I'm telling you, crazy. He went to, he gets a lot of his stuff at Woodcraft, his gouges and all of that, and his sandpaper. He orders a lot of it too. All right. So let me trim these little threads. So here's the trick on these, you guys, when you're making this. See how this looks from the back? It looks like one piece of fabric, okay? Looks like one piece of fabric. All right. Yesterday, what I did was I took my ruler and I put my ruler corner to corner. I put my ruler corner to corner on the white piece, drew a line next to the ruler, and then marked, put a little mark, and that's the piece that's going to be cut off. And this is important. So this is the base shape of this block, okay? It's 1.5 inch square, base shape. When I fold now, because the line was next to the ruler and not, the line is not corner to corner. The ruler was, so it's right next to it. Now, when I fold this over, I'm going to fold it exactly to the point of the red. You don't cut it first. I'm going to fold it exactly to the point, corner, and I'm going to finger crease it, okay? So now, I'm going to hold this, it's pretty tiny. So now I have folded it, okay? See that? You can't see any red over the top or on the side. It is matching the corner exactly. And I have done what I call maintaining the integrity of the base shape. So here it is from the back. It still looks the same. There's no white hanging over the edge here or here. Maintain the integrity of the base shape. Now I can cut. So once that now normally what I'll do is I'll go ahead and press it so it remembers where it needs to be. I got to turn it just right. Hold my tongue just right. That's all right, Jasmine. It's okay if you slept in, no problem. You can sleep as late as you want on a retreat. This is hot, hot, hot. All right. So here it is. So what started as a 1.5 inch square, which side of the line do I mark? The smaller half. Yes, Priscilla, you mark the piece that's hanging out from underneath the ruler. It's the only part you can mark because the rest of it is under the ruler. I'll show you that again real quick here in the next one. So now I can take my scissors and trim off, and I still have a 1.5 inch square. It is just 2 different fabrics. Okay, that's how you do that. If you do it any other way, you're going to be pulling on that diagonal to get it to meet, and you don't want to do that. I've got one more here I can do. What do I do with my little marking pen? So you don't need to think about which half do you need to mark. Don't even try to master that scant, Claire. That thing, that was put out by somebody who hated quilters. That's all I can say. Don't even try to master that scant 1/4 inch. That's absurd. There's no such thing. I don't like anything that is ambiguous. What is that? Nobody knows. what that is. All right. So here's how I do this. On the wrong side of the fabric, on the wrong side, I'm going to put the ruler corner to corner, just like this. Put the ruler corner to corner. Okay. And then I'm going to take the marker. This thing's rocking and rolling. I don't know if our stabilizers aren't down or what. All right. And then I'm going to mark it right along the side of the ruler. Okay. So I put the mark right next to it. See that? It looks corner to corner, but it's not. And then I put the little mark. That's the piece that's going to get cut off. There is a whole video on how to do this right below this video, where it says description box, or it might say, you know, to see a video on how to do these perfect points, click here, and it says more ... There you go. You can do that. Let me put this back in here. All right. I think I'm ready to get to going on these now. I'm going to need another leader ender. What? Oh. Okay. And now I'm ready to cut these off to get these going. Get my chicken combs working here. But I just love this time of day, you guys. We can get together and visit and get some stitching done. That just makes me feel so accomplished, like I got something. I was rocking Betsy because my husband was walking down the stairs and out of the coach. That's why. I need to have a conversation with him. He tried to put the stabilizers down a little bit ago, so I don't think he's got stabilizers down, so we're not rocking. No, it's not windy. I'm just going to sit here and sew these until I don't have any more red squares, because I've got 24, which is what I need. If I can get those done this morning, that's great. That's 8 chickens taken care of. There you go. Crafty Pat, that is the way to do it. Whoop, wrong one. Thank you. Yeah, thumbs up. Thank you, Lynn. You got the Still Air closeout just before Still Air 2 came out, and then you got the upgrade. You saved yourself $2 or $3 grand, and you got a new hoop out of that. That was smart, smart, smart. Good girl. That's the way to do it. My Still Air, I don't have a Still Air. My Luminaire is the XP1, and I have, this has got a crease in it I don't want. Yeah, my Luminaire is the XP1, and I upgraded it to the XP3. That upgrade is not, if you can find an upgrade, you should while they're still around, because it was the upgrade plus a hoop, and it was like $800, $7.99 or something like that. It was a deal. So you actually saved quite a bit of money not buying an XJ2 right out of the box. Is the medicine I gave Frito on my Amazon site? No, Barbara, it's not sold by Amazon. I don't have it listed under this video. See, I told you guys, as soon as I take something off, somebody's going to want something that I normally have. And that medicine works, you guys. What it is my Frito's an itchy dog. And one of you angels from over in the UK told me about this stuff. It's a powder, and it's a probiotic that you give the dog to stop the itchy, and it works, and it's wonderful. She gets a quarter of a teaspoon morning and evening, and she is like a different dog. It's amazing. If you look back to my videos, my lives, like 2 months ago. I've got it under every one of those videos in the description box, but it gives you the company name. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Now, we got somebody new here. Oh, Denise, are you new? I see you guys popping in. Yep, welcoming committee is on it. I can tell. Somebody popped in and said hi. That's great. That's wonderful. We love hanging out here and stitching or piddling around in our sewing rooms. Immune biome. Yes, that's what it is, Gayla. Absolutely. It's called immune biome, and then it's immune is what it's called. It's actually, okay, so it's marketed for horses, but you can give it to your dog, and it is human grade. So you can give it to the dog. And I emailed them and told them, have you had a lot of people getting this for their dogs? And she said, yep, but it's no problem. They're out of Austin who make that. It's wonderful. So that's really good. But yeah, and it's a powder, and I mean, you guys, she was itching to the point she would whole mouth her foot, you know, wah, 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 wah. Crazy, constant itching, and she just stopped. She just stopped. It's wonderful. Immune biome. I don't know why I do that. Because I know those shots that they want to give your dogs, they're expensive. And somebody told me they shorten the animal's life. I don't know. But is it for humans? Because you're always itching. I don't know. Melanie, give it a shot. She said it's human grade. Maybe you just need probiotics. Who knows? I don't know. All right. Well, I don't get credit for that, y'all. For the immune biome, for the itchy stuff for the dogs. I don't get credit for that. That's not a thing. All right. Do I have? That can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Where's my 12? Oh, there's 12 right there. Okay, I got 12 more to go here. Rocking and rolling on these. You're working 3 straight days this week. Oh, well, yeah, you should take time to recover. Yeah, we talk about everything here, Denise. You never know. You never know what you're going to get. The Stitchuation room's like a box of chocolates. You never know. Well, that's kind of what happens at retreats, right? You get in a room and you never know. All right. I'm so glad to be getting this done and working on the road with you guys on it. I got to be over there. The doors open at 9, so I need to be there probably no later than 8:45. Bonnie and I are going to share a ride and head over there. The boys are going to go look at boats. A mud boat, I'm told. Whatever that is. Thank you. You love the fabric on my chair? That's standard Winnebago issue. And it has the same fabric on the little bolsters that are over, like cornices over the windows and that type of thing. So, and I guess the place to look at boats is about 20 minutes from here. I don't know. That's about how far we have to go to Albrands too. Lynn says, you knew your guy and Keith would get along? It's been shopping boats lately too. Keith's not shopping boats. He's going to look at a boat. We have a boat for the kind of water we're around. We have a little house down at the coast. You've been doing some stitching this morning, Cassie? Good. And you lost track of time? That happens. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. At least you were spending your time constructively, right? That's my dad used to always tell me. You're going to spend your time doing something. You might as well spend it doing something you can spend it doing something constructive. Yes. That's true. Just because they don't have a boat doesn't mean they aren't shopping. You like what you are show about the ruler and making the square. Yes. That changes your world when it comes to making these squares. Anytime you're going to do this method, it works on flying geese, square and a square, square, not half square triangles. That's different. But it is completely, it works every single time. It gives you the look you're looking for. Your points are always perfect. Your 1/4 inch seams are always perfect. I don't know why this method hasn't been taught. It's crazy. It just works. You tried the powder and it didn't work? Yeah. So it took probably almost a month for Frito to get the full effect. And then we had been on the road RVing. Oh, it was last time we were out in the motorhome and I forgot to bring it. And within 2 days, she started itching again. I can really, really tell the difference. Have I tried the rulers that light up? No, I have not, Denise. I have not. I've seen those. I don't have one. I'm going to have to check them out. That seems like quite the gizmo, doesn't it? I imagine for those that are visually impaired, it's probably very helpful. Am I going to record the classes I'm doing today? No, Bernie, I'm not. It's not my deal. It's All Brands. I don't think they are recording classes. I had thought about, I could capture some and then make a video out of it, but it's not that's All Brands that would be doing the recording if they're going to. See, if they have a problem with doing a recording, that powder did work for you, Karen. Good. The problem with doing a recording is then there's no point in paying the fee to come to the class, right? That's the way they kind of think. That's fair. They're going to all the trouble to rearrange the store and get everything. Oh, Arlene, we're not having a giveaway today, sweetie. That's only, I usually do that on Fridays. You're absolutely right. I normally do. But I'm not home, so I'm not going to do one today, y'all. I don't have anything set up at all for that. All right. There is all 24 of my little squares. And look at that. How about that, you guys? Isn't that awesome? Love it. Now, another little tip. This is just me. Okay? This is just me. When I have squares like this, where the sewing has been done at an angle, so the squares are on the bias. They're on the bias, okay? I don't use the snip tool on the side of the machine. I just don't do that. Because what happens is as you pull it down, it stretches the square and you'll get deformed. It can't help but deform because you are pulling on an angle. When you're doing teeny tiny, especially teeny tiny, but when you're doing this kind of thing, you want to maintain the integrity of the base shape as much as possible. And if you're pulling on this kind of thing or one of those cutter jobs, I don't do that. I don't use steam and I don't do that. And I don't use steam when I'm doing this. in an iron. That's why I like my little Cricut mini press, is because steam makes fibers bend. If you're sewing garments, you want to steam the fire out of it so that you can bend that fabric to your will so that that flat piece of fabric will curve around the body. But when you're doing quilts, I don't like steam. I know a lot of people use it and they're very successful with it and good for them. Donna Jordan uses a lot of steam, but she's also working with batiks most of the time. Okay. Is it sluggish? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on my hotspot. And batiks are made different than regular quilting cottons because they've got wax in them. Did I freeze up, you guys? I'm sorry. I don't think it's you. I think it's me. What are you looking for that's scan and cut compatible, Melanie? You can hear me? I'm sorry, you guys. I don't have a way to, I've got 5 bars. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to blame AT&T. Yesterday, their cellular service was pitiful. Debbie, you're on the fence about whether to upgrade your Bernina or buy a Brother Luminaire. I have a friend of mine who has got a Bernina and a Baby Lock Solaris, which is the same as the Luminaire. She prefers the Bernina for sewing. She prefers the Luminaire or her Solaris for embroidery. So, yeah. Jen says it's just the video. You're going to win one in the So Yeah quilting raffle. Melanie, I love your positivity. I think that's fantastic. We all need more of that in our lives. All right, so here we are again, you guys. So see, I sewed on the line, and there's the mark is on the piece that's going to be cut off. So the concept here, where I sewed on the line, which was right next to the ruler, is now this piece has got the space it needs to be able to fold over to the corner and match. And in the garment sewing world, that is called turn of cloth. And that's exactly what you're doing here. You use the turn of cloth concept when you're making collars so that you actually add room in the seam so the collar doesn't flip up. Okay. So see, because of the turn of cloth, it exactly fits like it's supposed to. It exactly fits. There's no tugging. And from the back, it still looks like a 1.5 inch square. This is exactly. Donna Jordan's machine is an industrial Juki. Yes.
Sure is.
That lady knocks out some quilts, doesn't she? Woo, man. I'd love to meet her. Next time I'm up in the great Northwest, I would love to go up and check her out. Turn of cloth. CLOTH, not turn of clock. Sorry, Judy. My bad. There we go. Yeah. In the garment world, it's called turn of cloth. So you use that space to be able to turn fabric and fold it over on itself. I forgot to trim one here. I don't know why they don't use that term in quilting. I just don't. Because it applies every day. It applies. I have turned the cloth to fold so that it matches exactly. That's where that term comes from. And I finger press mine without stretching if I can. I also do so I'll sew everything, then I'll fold everything, or cut everything, fold everything, iron everything, and then cut the back off, all of them at the same time. So it's just a way that I do best to do everything all at one time. That way I'm using the same motion over and over and over, and I don't mess up. If I do one at a time, I mess them up. Do you guys do one at a time? Or do you do like industrial? Same thing. Industry, yeah. It's kind of assembly line sewing. That's what it's called. Assembly line sewing. Brother and baby lock machines are made in the same factory. Yes. Okay. Oh, you got a bent trimmer by George Patsy. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. Well, they take care of you. Yeah. They'll take care of you. You do one block and then assembly line sewing, Carol. Yeah. Good. I do one block because I'm showing y'all what I'm doing, and then I assembly line. So I kind of do the same thing. Is it the same as a scant 1/4 inch seam? Joyce wants to know. Joyce, I don't know what a scant 1/4 inch seam is. So I'm going to say no. It is called turn of cloth in the garment sewing industry. But essentially what you're doing is you are giving space in the fold for the fabric to fold over on itself. It has nothing to do with a seam allowance, because this isn't a 1/4 inch seam. I'm sewing straight on the line. So the term scant 1/4 inch has been used when you're doing a narrower 1/4 inch seam than a true 1/4 inch. I don't like the term. It's ambiguous. I don't know who made that up. It was probably somebody who hated quilters, because that's not nice and it's not fair. Yes, Melanie, you do need an embroidery machine. Yes. Where have you been? You know that. If you're going to hang out with this crowd. Yeah. You love your baby lock Solaris. Good. Marianne, that's awesome. That's a great machine. It really is. The only reason I bought the Luminaire was because it was less expensive than the Solaris. Scant. Yeah. This is just my philosophy on seams, you guys. But I sewed garments. Ron asked me, Bonnie's husband, he said, I had this vision of you sitting in a sweatshop. I said, no, that's up in the garment district in New York. I said, no, that wasn't me. My mother was a garment seamstress. She sewed wedding dresses and cheerleader uniforms and pep squad uniforms and all kinds of stuff.
Y'all getting closer to your food.
We are getting closer to 8 o'clock, are we? Oh, almost.
Y'all hungry.
I'm just too analytical, you guys. I don't understand.
English.
I don't understand that. Carol, you got your vision yesterday. Good for you. Hooray. That's awesome. Well, there's that. You're not a fan of your dealer. Yeah. There's that. That doesn't make sense to me, y'all. Woo, another big old motorhome just pulled in here.
Not supposed to be looking out the window. It's supposed to be working.
Hey, nobody's talking to you, Thompson. My husband's all up. There we go. I turned sideways again, you guys. Let me see if I can do this. Nope. I'm going to do this. Okay. I can do that. Turn it sideways skinny. Somebody told me last time to lock the thing, and I didn't do anything to it at all. It just decided to turn. That's all right. Your grandmother sewed in a factory in Ranger, Texas. That is so cool. Yep. You have the Innovi 1600E embroidery machine. That's great. I think that's pretty high. I think that's how that's said. I heard it on a brother Innovi. It looks like Innovis to me, but I think it's French. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh my goodness. Your older sister worked for Vanity Fair for 30 years doing all that lingerie. Wow, Frida, that is cool. All right, Pam, enjoy your day. Belinda, we're fixing to close up here. Fixing to be done. That's a verb, you guys, in Texas. I've always been fascinated by people who worked in the garment industry. We still have, in Texas, in San Antonio, there's Dixie Flag Company. And I've been back in that area. It's right on I-35 in downtown San Antonio. And they've got a dozen ladies in there sitting at those industrial straight stitch machines, sewing American flags, Texas flags, every flag you can think of. It's called Dixie Flag Company, and they're still all handmade in there. It's very cool. Very, very cool. All right. Well, we are done, you guys. Our hour is up. I want to thank you so much for joining me. And you guys have a great weekend. I will see y'all, some of you, at All Brands today doing our classes and stuff, and I'm looking forward to that. If you are a member of our Stitchuation room or you like to pop in or you're a subscriber, please come up and say hi. Let me know. I would love to meet you, get a picture with you. That'll be a lot of fun. So, all right, you guys. Y'all have a great weekend. Spend some time in your sewing room, just 20 minutes. Set an alarm and go do your thing, all right? We'll talk to you soon. You guys have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.